Welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys are all doing great and having a wonderful day or night. A little late to the live stream. You know, we tried to stream earlier, but we're still here. Wow. This is unbelievable energy we got going on right now. Things are intense. The energies are very strong right now. And I think a lot of people are definitely feeling a lot of symptoms. And I think everybody's feeling something right now. For a second, I didn't think the stream was working. It's working. We have a lot of data and a lot of things. Sorry for delaying. I hope if you guys watching, if you guys are ever watching replays, man, always like skip or something. So basically, it's getting crazy right now. The symptoms are wild right now, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. At this point, I really don't know what's going on. It's unexplainable for the symptoms. So, we got, if you didn't know, there's been a pretty big earthquake. It was a 6.3 in Chile. There's a lot of solar activity happening right now. The Schumann resonance, of course, is going insane. So, things haven't really calmed down at all. They have just gotten more and more intense. So let's kick off with the Schumann resonance, or I think we're going to kick off with space weather live instead. Let's kick off with that. So as you can see, we got really high solar winds and everything else is looking kind of calm. Nothing too crazy. When it comes to solar flare activity, we were getting slammed yesterday with C's and M's. 1M class, a bunch of C's. Right now, just some C's and stuff. Looks like we're cooling down a little bit. We have interesting new sunspot regions. We had a lot here, so I don't know what happened. But yeah, it looks like it changed up. And we have a sunspot region around here. Here is, of course, it's not loading. Let's just see if there's like any CMEs or anything. Nothing. Image 195. Here is our coronal hole. So on image 195 angstroms, we are seeing a large, really like expanded coronal hole on the sun. This is like really stretching really far right now. So we have a big coronal hole. Just a couple of days ago, it was a trans-equatorial and it was facing us. That brought in a lot of solar wind density that had come to Earth, causing a G2 geomagnetic storm, which is quite moderate. Of course, that also caused auroras in many areas. So definitely a lot of solar winds blasting us right now. And when we look at the other images of the sun, that was a really bright one. Doesn't seem to be too much going on. On the thematic map, same thing, not much going on. So yeah. So overall, quite a bit of stuff going on with the sun, but nothing too crazy. Now, I'm also grateful for everyone who's liking and subbing and watching, supporting. When it comes to the Schumann resonance chart, okay, this is huge. So, around here, I recorded the video. We had some energy coming in, and boom, this came in. And honestly, it looked like the chart, no, it's still going actually. But I would say for about, I mean, this is like what, hour 13? So this is about 1 a.m. No, this is about 2 a.m. Eastern time. If we go 2 a.m. until now, which is like 10 p.m. Eastern time, 10 hours plus 10. So this is 20 hours roughly. This is 20 hours of just constant energy and a constant push of energy. This is white energy, which is the most intense energy on the Schumann resonance. Blue and dark blue, very calm. Green is moderate. Once we get that orangish yellow, that's really strong. And white is just straight up intense. So we got 20 hours of just straight up energy coming in. So, you know, we just got supercharged again by the sun. That coronal hole brought so much solar winds to the earth. And I just feel like whenever there isn't anything going on in the sun, the Schumann spikes are around that time period, right? Like after. So after a coronal hole, after a bunch of solar class flares that hit us, the sun, the earth, Schumann resonance thing goes bananas. And that's what we got going on. That is intense energy. Now to break it down statistically, take a good look at the numbers. Big peaks here. I don't know if you can see this, but 49 is the max right now for the chart. 49 is the max because that is the highest our amplitude 1 has hit. So because of that, of course, is going to be around 49. The spectrogram clocks in at 40 at always. But this one, this amplitude 1, you always see the top will change. So we got a power 49. It kind of just hit that and then it maintained around 30 hertz and shot right back up to 49, which is insane. So to kind of get that double peak, and you know, this is just heavy concentrated energy. Now this is roughly, I mean, we're still getting punched in right now. So it's about 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in United Kingdom. It's 10 p.m. America, Eastern New York time, 7 p.m. in California. So that's what it is right now. So if you're in those areas as you're watching this or after watching this, pretty much any time before whatever I just said, right? Take 10 p.m. Eastern time in New York and just, yeah, it's just wild. Everything else looks pretty standard. I'm not seeing anything too different on the frequency chart. I'm not seeing anything too crazy on the quality chart either. Sometimes we do, but in this situation, there is no anomaly. We don't have an anomaly on the Schumann resonance. That's why the qualities, we're not seeing hundreds. We're just seeing our usual 10s and 20s and 30s. So sometimes we'll see hundreds on the quality. We're not getting that right now. But normally we don't really see that though. That's a very crazy thing. Then we got earthquakes, and man, oh man, I don't know what's going on with me. Yeah, I would say there's been a bunch of symptoms. We'll probably get into those. Our biggest earthquake, welcome to the stream. Biggest earthquake as the last 24 hours was in South. I've never heard of this place, the South Sandwich Islands. Interesting name. Besides that, we have the 6.3 that happened in Chile. I made a video on that. Overall, nothing too crazy. We kind of just look at the map and whatnot. Yeah, nothing too out of ordinary. But yes, the Schumann resonance is super duper active, and things are unbelievably intense right now. How you doing, Nelson? How's everybody doing, by the way? So yeah, so there's our update. Symptoms, man, I don't know. It's like in the stomach. You might be getting like really tired. I don't know what happened to me last night. Very weird. But yeah, overall, just a bunch of strange symptoms going on. I would say you're probably feeling this and it's unexplainable what you're feeling, the symptoms. For some people, for me, we just don't know what the heck is going on. It's just really everything at this point. Let me know if you guys have been having a lot of like inflammation or weird skin changes. I know people have been feeling in the throat. Some people have said some very strange things about their throat. Yeah, I don't know. It has just been pretty rough. That weather change has really caused a lot of issues in sinuses and yeah, it's just been really wild lately. And today I went to the park, wanted to ground the energy because, you know, gotta do what I gotta do. And I ended up seeing a bunch of baby blue jay birds. They're like, they're the ones with the blue heads, I think. They're babies though, really cute. And then in my yard, for several hours, I don't know where it came from. I think it was like a turkey or something like that. Which is pretty strange. I don't think I've ever seen a turkey. Maybe they're just random. I don't know. Do turkeys fly? I don't know. But yeah, there was just a turkey just lurking around by itself for like hours in the yard area. So very interesting. That just all weird things. I don't normally see a baby blue jay during very cold weather. There were a couple of them. And yeah, a turkey. So very odd, you know. It was a whole turkey too. So very interesting. I'm seeing things, you know. I mean, getting those angel numbers, you know, the 144, the 1111 every single day, all day. 1111. 4 2s, 4 8s, 4 7s. Yeah, I'm getting crazy numbers. Let me know what you guys are going through and went through and been through, because my goodness, a lot of people are definitely reporting some crazy symptoms. This is probably like, this is very wild. And most of you told me you didn't get any sleep last night. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like purging, and it's like a lot, and it's like a lot of other things, and we can't tell. I mean, I'm kind of at the point where I don't know if there is something wrong here or if it's just part of the process. It's kind of like for me, everything I went through in the last 5 years is like smacking me this year. Somewhere around middle of January, when we had that massive solar radiation storm, the strongest in 20 years, I just haven't been the same. Like, there has just been one thing after another thing after another thing. There's just been so many things popping up. Heal this, move on. Heal that, move on. Deal with this. It's just like, okay, what the hell's going on now? You know, like, what is this? This makes no sense. Like, people were telling me they had the itchiness and red skin, and you can't look this stuff up. We don't know what it is. You know, where is this itchiness coming from, right? And then people have like different symptoms, and it's like, yeah, you know. So it's like, I don't know what it is. At this point, everything that's hitting us has been unexplainable. None of it has been common, like a common headache, a severe headache, or this thing or that thing. Everything we're dealing with is so out of the ordinary. It, like, nobody knows. Nobody can help. You know, Dolores Cannon, been seeing a lot of stuff about Dolores Cannon. Said that they're going to be pushing these little pills, you know, everything, You know, if you do look on the commercials, TV everywhere, there's so much stuff being pushed these days. I don't know what happened in the last 5 years. I don't know what happened since 2020. But I know for a fact that medication has been pushed on a whole new level. So, you know, yeah, it's pretty wild. Steven Spielberg made a new movie, Disclosure. How ironic. How many times have I said it's the year of disclosure? I've said it multiple times. Year of disclosure, and he has a new movie, something disclosure, or something like it's disclosure. Like it, disclosure was in the dang trailer. And everything's just being revealed. How interesting, right? Like, how did we know about this? You know, something big is coming, by the way. It feels like a 2020. I know a lot of people woke up. I'm gonna wrap up this stream. A lot of people woke up in 2001, I heard. 2012 era, the 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. Specifically, 2010 to 2012 was that big group of people. That's when a lot of the millennials woke up, I think. A lot of the 30-year-olds woke up. Very interesting there, Lady Blaze. I really appreciate that sharing. The way I look at it, because a lot of people say it's like a new astrology year, I'm gonna be honest right now. The only way this is a new year is if all the old collapses. And so far, it kind of just looks like all the old is resurfacing right now for me. A lot of the old things and a lot of old crap that we're going through, we're feeling it. But at the same time, the number 10, for me, number 10 is like, I don't know, a lot of things. It's a hard one. It's a hard year. I think this is going to be the hardest year. I don't really look at it as a year one. It's a reset. I don't know. I mean, everything's going to reset. It's hard to say or something. Yeah. Yep, the covers are all being pulled off. Yeah. It's happening so slow. Because someone said there's just too much to be shown. I forgot what I was saying though. What was I saying again? I said something. I don't know, there's just too much going on. But yeah, but honestly, yeah, we're in the year of disclosure and like pretty rough. This is a rough year. This is gonna be it's only gonna get harder though the next few years. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna assume it's gonna get harder, but yeah, I don't know. This will be an interesting year. I hope everybody's doing good. It's so good to have you in the stream, Lady Blaze. I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow and Monday as well. I don't know if I have anything else to say. But yeah, it's going to be a rough one. Appreciate everyone. Alright guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you.